na Kwesi Pratt hwese ne nsɛm corner ada ati bi anya wo de bibi ho nkyene ba kyene no ntie se okasa also man pain John Dramani Mahama, why do you own Ghana?
And it's a danger that this country faces. This country must be governed as a country. It is one nation of one people with one common destiny. The excuse is that they are independent. Independent of what and from what? You're supposed to be independent of government.
Emma etiefo ne ahwefo nyina kwaba de Koda Media TV sabe media ne kachire eja ya odi asampa dwumadi a watontin chichiremu enamde ba beso mu mpire ntimatena gwamu yi na eyensem chiremu ko anti yiwaso mu netie ensem chiremu asem bi asi onipa bi na yensu se obekasalo ne okasanti aisane a wachi nyiramu agu kutuku na ba ko apue ba ko pue pedia na se kutuku no ano asan ofofuru nsu bepi omampeni John Dramani Mahama baye watu kubi platform before journalists for oboano e defending no na yenu Kwesi Pratt ka ho inside newspaper ura Kwesi Pratt Jr. na Kwesi Pratt hwese ne nsɛm corner ada ati bi anya wo de bibi ho nkyene ba kyene no ntie se okasa nti se agina mo na ba akosa pie fikutuku ni mu nti Kwesi dina no atum tensem bi ho wanka na ekɔkyewa aisane a wo se mperifu bu bebi se utifie na mmofra rewe nanka na se wantu wonfomo wanjaya wo kan nanka yefo a neta wo na odikan enti Kwesi nani abre papa also man pain John Dramani Mahama, why do you own Ghana? What person Ghana you bona fide property ana and Kwesi Pratt to be papa the film na men fan kame wo no senior de bia meka no me say dancing ti na wo kunso nkrunso a wo hwehwe Kwesi akasa senior journalist nti yankone nkonkuti Kwesi ebufunu a Kwesi ne ko ho ntini yankone nkuti mra.
That goes beyond party affiliation. You know, sometimes I get a sense that our politics has become like a war of gangs. You know, a war of criminal gangs. So one of them has captured some territory and is benefiting from it. If you manage to defeat that criminal gang, you establish your domain there like a mafia and you take control of everything for yourself, regardless of the national interest. And it's a danger that this country faces. This country must be governed as a country. It is one nation of one people with one common destiny. We need to revisit that slogan which General Achampong in his wisdom introduced. What is happening? My friend, what is happening in our country? So what about those who do not belong to political parties? They are not human beings anymore. So in our country today, if you do not belong to a political party, if you are not a member of a political party, you lose all your rights as a citizen. What nonsense is that? And then, so what? You know, we help you to win election and therefore we have an entitlement. You have what entitlement? This country, and Senna, listen to me very, very well. We went to an election. We elected President John Dramani Mahama as the chief manager of the affairs of this country. We did not sell Ghana to him. Ghana does not belong to him. Ghana does not belong to the NDC. Ghana did not belong to the MPP, and Ghana would never belong to the CPP. What we do when we go for elections is that we elect managers, and they're supposed to manage this country on behalf of all the citizens of the country. If they fail to do that, they cease to qualify as governments. And we must approach this fight against galamsey with the same vehemence and within the same principle.
Yenua Kwesi Pratt Jr. We're afraid double H. Kwesi anu ye nanu ye second fenu you hatcha na Kwesi dan watum osensem bi nkoye wanfa na ntuma na owo sa platform no so a wochi sika mani nya bi turu kotokumi debi Ghana for the one be guni suma enti na Kwesi apue fi kotokuru mu oba tadi adogo Kwesi jagla enwu puma la gbegbe enti mutie Kwesi kasa na chise ne bua fu a chise wan kasa asemene na ochina bibiti mesi na Kwesi yedi pa bia nanu na wa yen double nti ama ne hu yehu papa mesa bo another video bi a kire wo na obehu onipa ko Kwesi Pratt onye double edge man 2003 and 2003 and 2023 Kwesi kan sembi efa Bank of Ghana ho and na Kwesi kureya san dan na anu bio asa say why you say name bi nkoye platform ya medasu ya which is ka minya bi and na se man kasa o kire bi me ho be kire me onim ne agarafo betimi aya ama no momenkuti sa video no na yembra Kwesi Pratt videos nko ana na mebo yo na bo be hu se na Kwesi te Kwesi ahwe hu se wankasa ne ti hu a obeyi na di bone despite say platform no others na watch scanner onya bi WhatsApp platform yo wo form no Jubilee House Kwesi dasu bi na kesi den Kwesi ba ne wo friend the secretary to the vice president na opoku adwuma Kwesi ba secretary yo Kwesi ba pa 77 yemu ba pa enti Kwesi close to NDC administration no antina WhatsApp no okriti no wotibi Kwesi to se Kwesi onyankwan kakra na onsa na bibi ba muntimi indifed my mama o very smart o muma manu ye den na mbutimi asoja guma administration mu mu me de imagine phobia no keep quiet na bibi ba muntimi anka na so Kwesi de na Kwesi apue fi kotokudi mu se manka ne na o kina menya ho asam Mumienkuti double edge Kwesi Pratt and Emre Biu.
Bank of Ghana messes up. When we complain, their refrain is that we are independent. All of these constitutional bodies, when they mess up, their excuse is that they are independent. Independent of what and from what? So all of these institutions, Bank of Ghana, Electoral Commission, NCC, and so on, are subject to the will of the Ghanaian people, and their independence does not matter. We elect a government. The leader of that government then decides to appoint somebody to go to the Bank of Ghana to serve the interests of the people of Ghana. And all of a sudden we are told that those who were elected and mandated by the people of Ghana cannot tell the governor what to do. What nonsense is that? And we have allowed this to persist, and we defend it, and we justify it. We elected a president, we will elect another president very soon. We will keep electing presidents. Those presidents cannot be subordinate to any of the appointees. And we must make that point quite clear. This nonsense, absolute nonsense, of the independence of the Bank of Ghana and its governor and so on must be thrown into the waste paper basket, must be thrown into the dustbin. It has no relevance to our issue. Bank of Ghana is supposed to be independent of government. Exactly.
Suppose, but is it?
The Bank of Ghana, according to our laws, regulations, and so on, does not take instructions from government. When it comes to its operations, it is independent or supposed to be independent. And in your politicians, say, "Yaya breso, ekoye, muma breso, ankoye, yaya breso, ankoye, muma breso, ekoye ni ageno." Politicians, one more catch is a sashi shine or homun diswana. One catch.
Oh, that's obvious.
And see, I had to Musa Shaya, ya said that ye send your beya, sika seven bekoye. Politicians in this one, you are just to Musana. If you are to Musa,
no. Kwesi no. Kwesi kureya o kotukusa abobe. Kwesi kureyara. Ena munti ni osaka bio. Na chese nema nkoye. Nema nkoye nema nya saa o. Na Kwesi ye very smart ntino opese all disassociate ne ho efi saa blame ni mu da bi na enche saa firi na be chire depa bebre eno na Kwesi pese oyi na fi saa firi no da oye dede saa no Kwesi Pratt din cause President Mahama Ghana one to ama wo to aba na wode ma wo as manager of the country. We do not sell Ghana to you. Hey, and then you did not sell Ghana for Mahama. Na platform na woda so na wo chiska na wonya bi no. Wo be you office wo Kwesi. You be you office platform no so. Nti hwe na wanye dede bebre saa. Na Kwesi suru bibi o kire bi. Kwesi nem Ghana funti no. Mo mama kana edu beru ko ani pa na kasa betimi defend bi se. Edu beru ko se Kwesi ankasa kasa yo. Kwesi kasa Kwesi kasa nti bia mo menye Kwesi. Eno mpempen na nne Kwesi ribono yo na oyoni pa bia ne hu yehu papa nti usie Kwesi Pratt na wonu di nkoma ye very careful. Kwesi Pratt junior ne hu yehu ti se anadwowo yo obete na hyew hu awoko so ye huritia so yo pemiri hu so yo nanka hu sana Kwesi Pratt de very dangerous man into okasa ye very careful. Koda Media TV so ye kan se ne te pepepe o Kwesi u video yi adaka mu na mkoyi ya mede aba mpese tie futie na wo hu se ben kutawo enna Mahama wo bonachi so bonachi emire bi na Mahama yo Nyankopon ma wo yo won Nyankopon kora na o Jesus Christ. And now by secretary to the vice president inti miribi o ha ebe sangu abodwusem na Kwesi smart intino opese pebebi no de na ba kusi kotokuru anu ada kwanti amafu prepare fi kotokuru ye hwe ne ofa na nsusu ade brode ho ebefa so far as sa video si ni ade is concerned. Kwesi very smart oyi na ba ko fi kotokuru mu esinchen ochina binti Kwesi ni se bi be si na opebebi dia kata ne ho nti ya mo hwe ne yi. Koda Media TV so na bitimi di ka kire eja yodi asampa dwumadi ensem kirim obi bebi sa se sa dede ni ade nyina emiri bi na nka se we sa dede no ade nti na wanye ina nne na woye Kwesi ahu se nkwan be hura gugiem aben kwan se de wanye na se huru gugiem pa ne de nyina akọ enna Kwesi sura nne ope bebi de ne ho ede akiti ai Koda Media TV dwumadi no ensem kirim na mede abesomo tisena watini okire bi ukire mu akirubia na watimi aka na pepepe ene di kan roba so na subscribe to the Koda Media TV no beka Koda Media busuan kase ne ho dwumadi ne koso na wala ka share na foforo so enye bi ati uti wi a o comment section na fa comment fatwo